All right, now we're going to mount the battery pack in the part of the control unit enclosure where it's intended to mount. And it'll be mounting down here on these pedestals, which will be at the bottom of the control unit when it's mounted to the walker, so that the weight of the batteries is at the bottom of this. And what I'm going to do is, first, before I do much more, I'm going to point out to you that the all these cuts are in this part of the enclosure, just to give you lots of options for how you mount it. These slots are all here to mount using Velcro, and all these holes here are to give you options for how you mount your clips. You can either mount them using the hole in the center, or you can mount with 2 screws through these arches on either end, and it's still, either way will allow you to kind of rotate the clip a bit while it's attached to the control unit or something else. So I'm going to go ahead and put these screws through just to show you how that works. I'm going to mount these clips here with the wider part to the outside, because the bars that these are attaching to kind of come off in a V. Let's see, they come off in a V like this. Not that severe, but in that direction. So the wider part needs to be the outside edge. And I'm going to go ahead and attach just through the center hole. We'll put it right here. I'll do it snugly, but not too tight, because I do want to be able to rotate this. When I attach it to that bar, same with this guy. You don't have to put these on first. You can put them on second after you've already put the battery in place. I just wanted to show you that the screws do come through, but they don't rise up high enough to hit the battery pack in any way. Now, I want to ask you to be really careful inserting these flat top batteries into the battery pack. Pay close attention to where the plus and minuses are. So plus is marked down here and minus is marked over here for both batteries. So make sure that the plus end of the battery and the minus end of the battery match this orientation. Pluses will both be in that direction. You see it's written in a lot of places on the board here. There's also a plus down here and a minus down here. But so it can be a problem if they're mounted in the wrong direction. Then the last thing is we want to attach this short USB cable to the battery pack before putting it into the enclosures. It would be really hard to attach it after the battery pack is already screwed down. You see how tight that is. And if you do it properly, the USB port will be aligned properly here, and the switch for the battery pack will be in that hole. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put on, I really do prefer these kinds of ways to charge your batteries or charge your phone or anything, is using these little magnetic connectors. I'm going to go ahead and put that in place now, so I don't have to work it in later. And then I'm going to just screw the battery pack down. to these pedestals. So note just how the battery pack is in here with the USB to the more open side, because it has a fairly large head and has to be able to fit in this space. Yeah, forgot to say this, but consider how you're going to mount this unit to your walker before you put the battery pack in, because it's a lot easier to work any Velcro or something through these slots behind the battery pack before it goes in rather than after it goes in. Let's get our, good. Also would have been easier if I hadn't mounted those clips to the back before putting the battery pack in. So it wasn't tipped up on edge. But just wanted to make it clear that the screws do come in here, but they don't come in far enough to impinge on the battery pack, regardless of what hole you might have put them through.